My husband called me lazy, until I left and he realized what I did for him. The day my husband called me lazy was the day something in me quietly broke. It wasn't the first time he'd thrown that word around, but that night, it hit differently. I remember standing in the kitchen, wearing my old slippers, hair tied up in a messy bun, dinner half cooked on the stove. He walked in, loosened his tie, glanced around, and sighed. "What do you even do all day?" he said, not even looking at me. I froze. There were toys scattered on the floor, the washing machine humming in the background, and the smell of burnt onions in the air because I'd been helping our son with his homework while stirring the curry. I wanted to yell, to remind him of everything I did, the cleaning, the cooking, the errands, the emotional labor, but instead, I just smiled. That kind of tired, bitter smile women wear when they've reached their limit. That night, after he fell asleep, I sat at the dining table and made a list. Not of chores but of invisible things. The reminders I set, the appointments I made, the birthdays I remembered, the lunches I packed, the socks I paired, the groceries I planned down to the last onion. The list went on for 2 pages. And I realized something painful. I wasn't living, I was maintaining someone else's comfort. The next morning, I told him I needed a break. A break? From what? He laughed. I didn't argue. I just packed a small bag, called my sister, and said I'd stay with her for a few days. He didn't try to stop me. He didn't believe I'd actually go. I didn't slam the door or cry. I simply left the house that had started to feel like a workplace without pay. The first day away felt strange. I kept expecting someone to call my name or ask for help. The silence was both foreign and healing. But by the second day, the texts started rolling in. "Hey, where's the detergent?" Then, "How do you make the rice again?" Followed by, "The kids are asking what's for lunch." Each message was like proof of all the invisible strings I'd been pulling for years. By the third day, he called. His voice was softer. "I can't keep up," he said. "I didn't realize how much you did." I didn't gloat. I didn't yell. I just said, "Now you know what lazy really looks like when it's gone." There was silence on the line. Then, for the first time in years, he said, "I'm sorry." I stayed away for a week. During that time, he started learning how to fold laundry, how to pack lunches, how to wake up early and get the kids ready. He even texted pictures of the dinner he made, proudly showing me a plate of overcooked pasta. But I saw effort. Real effort. When I came home, the house wasn't spotless, but it was different. He had cleaned, labeled the pantry, and even left a note on the fridge, "Thank you for everything you do." And for the first time, those words weren't empty. Now, things aren't perfect. But they're honest. When I rest, I don't feel guilty anymore. When he helps, it's not help, it's partnership. And every time he thanks me, I feel seen. He doesn't call me lazy anymore because he finally learned what real work looks like when it's done out of love, not obligation. So tell me, have you ever walked away just so someone could finally see your worth? I'd love to hear your story in the comments.